Hi. From the previous video you already know that only responsibility for solving other people's problems will give you resources that you can convert into everything you need. You need personal time, not a question. You need money, get it as much as you want. You need physical help, get that too. Just learn how to solve other people's problems. And we come to the following key things. What is the name of a person who is able to find solutions to problems, create value, and generate such ideas? I am sure you know the answer. In a word, this is an entrepreneur. There are many ways to create value. Someone knows how to look to the future and see new trends and be one step ahead of the market, creating completely new solutions. This is how innovation comes about. Another way is to create something that previously was not from what is already there, simply competently combining these things and getting a synergistic effect. I devoted a separate playlist to these topics. You can find it on my channel. But I'll disappoint you right away. Being an entrepreneur is not enough. In addition to owning an idea, it is important to be able to sell it. At least once. Because without this, you will remain with your idea one-on-one. You can't even sell it to a partner or investor. I'm not talking about buyers. The world is simply littered with not realized good ideas. And there are many implemented worthless ideas. Moreover, despite the fact that they are bad, they brought profit to their owners. Feel the difference. Even the most crappy but realized idea is many times better than the most wonderful but not realized idea. Most likely, you yourself already realized that for successful growth you need to grow another head. The first is the head of the entrepreneur in order to create value or solve the problems of a large number of people. And the second head is the seller's head in order to be able to find a customer, bargain with him and sell his idea to him. You must be able to sell. That is, you must be able to talk to people in the language of their benefits. You must understand the psychology of people and know what drives them. In other words, you need to know what they want to avoid and what they really want to get. There is a big difference between the apparent causes of all this and what actually happens at the level of connections in neurons and neurophysiological and biochemical processes in the brain. Only by understanding these things can we draw the right conclusions. I also pay a lot of attention to these things in my videos. Do not be lazy, be sure to find them. Everything would be fine, but I'll upset you again. All of the above will also not be enough. If you start doing everything yourself, and even with manual processes, you will become a slave to your business. In order not to fall into the slavery of your business to everything else, you need to become an effective manager. You need to completely withdraw from operational management and reserve only the function of strategic manager. You can also continue to do what you enjoy doing. But be sure to give everything that you don't like to your team, or hire outsourcers. If you want to have time to enjoy life, you must be able to either delegate your business processes to other people or automate them. Otherwise, you will find two problems. The first problem is that it will be very difficult for you to grow. It is extremely difficult to grow when you have to do everything yourself and manually. Instead of searching for new ideas and opportunities, you will waste time with what even a schoolboy will cope. And you will not have time for further development and growth. The second problem is that you can become a hostage to your business. You will have money and resources, but you will either not have the opportunity and time to spend this money, or you will not have health. In the worst case, you can drive yourself so much that you turn into a millionaire who lies under a dropper in a hospital. I know what I'm talking about, because I myself experienced such a personal experience, having been in bed for a couple of weeks in the hospital due to digestive problems. Our internal resources are limited, and it is important to always keep this in mind. Now I have become much smarter. Other people are doing my business at this moment. In the meantime, I am telling you this, almost without thinking about my business. And despite this, by the end of the day I will become even richer. As a result, the formula for guaranteed growth, the availability of all the material goods you need, freedom and life satisfaction is as follows: learn to create value, learn to sell it, and learn to manage this process with minimal involvement in it. That's all. Let other people sell the value you create. Share some of the profits with these people. Change the rest of the money for any resources and material goods that you need, and having a lot of free time, do absolutely everything that you only want. Live where you want. Watch and listen to everything you want. Think about what you want. Your well-being will no longer depend on your time. And most importantly, it will no longer depend on how your employer is doing or on the mood of your boss. Be free. Be happy. See you.